So tonight we're going out on the town. You know, I normally film during the day in the sunlight, but tonight we're gonna have more of a sparkly evening. I am all decked out in some holiday attire. And you know, I have to say, this morning it was bikini weather here in Southern California. But now with the sun down, it is definitely appropriate to have a hat on and a jacket and everything. I'm excited. So a while back, if you can recall my episode with the LA Steamers, I spoke with a guy named Anthony De La Fuente, him and his family. And then I ran into him again at the rail safety event at Union Station, where I filmed the Santa Fe 3751. So anyways, he told me about this special place that in December you can go in Altadena, California, called Christmas Tree Lane. So I'm excited for us to experience that tonight. Earlier today, it got all kicked off with a Christmas tree lighting. There's like a holiday market, like an art market type thing. And of course, this is Train Talk with Lisa, so we're on a mission. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, you guys, this is wild. I was just chatting to you guys on here, about to take off towards Christmas Tree Lane, and then all of a sudden I see a familiar face, and Frankie's like, hey, Frankie, okay, I haven't seen you since Union Station and the Santa Fe 3751.
I know, it's small world, isn't it?
It's a small world. Well, I'm excited. I'm checking it out for the very first time, and I'm sure a lot of our community is also going to be seeing it for the first time. And I'm sure I'll run into you again in another.
Of course.
All right. Bye, Frankie.
Bye.
Okay, that was just too much, you guys. I mean, literally the last time I saw Frankie, when I met him for that Santa Fe 3751 episode, I ran into other people I had met in previous episodes, previous events. It's just, yeah, it's like a domino effect. Yeah, that makes me really happy. Okay, so this is already awesome. There are lots of lights. It was super easy to just park and walk here, and clearly I'm not the only one who is doing that. Yeah, Woodbury Road. That's the start of our adventure. But yeah, the drumming that I hear, I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm definitely pulling that direction. And before long, I can guarantee we're gonna see a whole lot of trains. Okay, this is already wonderful, folks. There are lights in the trees, and I could hear either a drum line or possibly a whole marching band, but I think it's just drumming that I hear, which I love. So I'm pulled in that direction. There are people walking in from all over the place, folks with dogs and babies, and just a good vibes. And I can guarantee that before long, we are definitely gonna see a whole lot of trains. Wow, I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, you do?
Oh, you do?
It's called Train Talk with Lisa.
Oh, I want to join. Can I join?
Yeah. You
What
can
is it
subscribe.
called?
Train Talk with Lisa. Okay, what's your name?
My name's Sergio.
Okay, I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I just like heard you, and I was like, oh, I'm drawn to the rhythm. So I would love to hear a thing or two if you'd like to share.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so glad I caught you before you left. Okay, this is really wonderful, you guys. I have to say, I'm not gonna be able to do a lot of talking on Christmas Tree Lane because there's Christmas music going, of course, as there should be, but I can't license that music. But I'm gonna definitely get you some beautiful shots of the lights, and then we'll find those trains. just as I was getting very mesmerized by the beautiful lights and this really lovely house, I kind of noticed that there was a lot of action around here. And then I looked at the people that were staring at the house and I heard something about trains. They're like, yeah, I think this is a train house. I'm like, oh. And then there's a sign. So I know I have very quickly found what I was looking for, what you were looking for. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so I've just been yapping away with some new friends here. As soon as I saw the sign for the train stuff going on in here, I met these fine folks and we have been talking about all sorts of cool train events and places to go. Ooh, let me back it up. So anyways, I wanted to include you in the conversation a little bit. And how did this all get started?
Just when my kids were little, just like he has an older brother.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, like Thomas the Tank.
Thomas the Tank, that's where it started. Thomas the Tank.
for sure.
That makes sense. Have you ever been to the Southern California Railway Museum? Because they do a Thomas the Tank event every year. You may be interested.
Oh, they have the real Thomas.
Yes.
Whoa! Wow.
And so this has been something really special that's been going on for over 100 years. Christmas Tree Lane, with all its lights and sparkle, happens because of many volunteers, as well as a whole long list of sponsors. And then this house, of course, is an extra special spot on the route, with trains like the G gauge trains that are out in the yard. And then also we're about to see some HO. Yes, I see your name tag, and I heard that you might be comfortable being on camera and chatting with me a little bit.
Yeah, by all means. Any questions that you have, I'm more than happy to answer. I've been a part of this club 2019-2020, and you know what? It's been a wonderful experience to be able to contribute and be a part of this group of people who share this hobby and this passion of this hobby. It's been great. I had actually, me personally, I had not been in touch with model trains until I joined the group, because I just was busy and caught up with other stuff that I was doing. And so to be able to have a club like this, which made it accessible and really fun for everybody involved, I mean, it's great. I mean, look, this line has so many people in it. We've been open since 5, and we're over 1,000 people just come through already.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really fun because we get to share what we do, not just for ourselves, but for the rest of the hobby to the general public. And we take ourselves not really too seriously, and we add in things like Godzilla or the Star Trek Mountain. But then you have people who do take pride in taking stuff seriously. So you have, no, thank you. Have a good night, happy holidays. That have stuff like the SV train or the Western Pacific Zephyr. So you have a nice balance of everything. And then and it's not just HO either. It's G scale, HO. We have N scale on the back, and we have narrow gauge. All of which everybody's passionate and dedicated to share with everybody else.
Oh my God. Okay, so if you weren't involved in trains before, what made you join this club?
So I've always been a fan of machinery. So I love planes, trains, cars, and I was able to do stuff within the car and the plane space, but I hadn't really had a chance to do stuff with trains. And with what I had done, it wasn't accessible. A lot of the clubs, they were asking me to do 60 hours before I could even run or join and things like that. This club in particular made it very accessible and easy. So if I wanted to join, I'd participate here, and I'm okay with that. I love talking to people, and I just get to run the trains. Well, that's what the hobby really should be. Easy and accessible for anybody to come in, and then for people who want to really take it somewhere else, to just dive right in. If you don't make the hobby accessible, people aren't going to be into it. And so that's why I wanted to go ahead and join the club and and rekindle with the hobby when I had a chance to do so, because I've been wanting to already. This just made it easier. Literally within, before I even came here for my first time, I bought an entire new train set just to justify coming to the club. And I had no idea about anything. I didn't know anything about any trains, models. Like, I just liked it in passing. And now I'm becoming more knowledgeable about different locomotives, the different scales, the different DCC systems. I'm not perfect, but that's okay. I don't need to be. You know, I'm still learning. And there's always room to learn too. It's very daunting. Like if you come in and you're like, oh my God, I like trains. And then the first thing you hear is, oh yeah, this is my scale trains AC44CW with Keep Alive and a sound, and that I've added extra details and step right. Like the general Joe is not gonna get that. I'm gonna be like, what? So if I have the chance to let other people know, like, hey, you know, there are people who want to get in this hobby, but they don't get it. You know, we have to give them a chance to learn and understand what it's about. Otherwise, what are we doing?
Well, folks, we have barely even scratched the surface of this place, so I will be back very soon with what is on the inside. In the meantime, happy holidays. I'm very thankful for you, and I'm wishing you well, and I will see you very soon.